Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a full makeup tutorial for this glowy base, and all the products will be linked below, so let's just get right into it. So I always like to put a headband on just to get my hair out of my face. I always start with skin prep. I love the Rhode glazing milk. Just recently got it and I feel like it just makes my face super glowy right off the bat. Literally just rub it all over my face and down my neck. And then the only primer I use is the Say Super Glowy Gel. This is in the shade Star Glow. You just put this all over my face. This is really gonna contribute to that super glowy base. I used to use the e.l.f. Power Grip as my primer. I thought it would make my makeup last longer, but I feel like it honestly just made my base super like sticky and it just didn't look as good. I feel like it really didn't help it last, so now I just use a lot more hydrating glowy primers and I feel like my base has never looked better. This has been the star of the show. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. Mine is in the shade 3, which is Fair Pale, and I just put it on the high points of my cheeks, my nose, my chin, and a little bit on my forehead, blending it out with a little Morphe brush. I feel like if you put this too much on your face, you'll look super oily. So I feel like if I just focus it on the high points of my cheeks, it gives me more of a glow rather than looking really oily. Next, I go in with concealer. I use the Hourglass concealer in shade Sepia. Skin is breaking out a little bit right now, so I'm just gonna cover any spots or discolored skin that I have. Just take this concealer brush by House Labs. It's really good for getting into all the little spots and blending it out. Fun fact, I actually used to hate the Hourglass concealer, but I realized I just had way too bright of a shade for my skin tone. Next, I go in with the LYS bronzing stick. Mine is in the shade Harmony, which is a little bit too dark for me. I try to use it sparingly. I just take some on the Patrick Ta brush like this, and I try to just go on the high points of my cheeks. I tend to put it higher than what people put their contour because I use this as bronzer. I'm also super pale right now, so I feel like I need a little bit extra of this. My face literally never tans no matter what I do, and obviously I'm always putting sunscreen on it. I feel like it's always a shade lighter than my body, especially in the summer when I'm actually tan. Right now I'm not very tan. Bobby looks pretty messy right now, but we're gonna clean it up, so don't worry. Blush, I use the Rhode cream blush. This one is in the shade Piggy, which is like the lighter pink shade. It looks like this. Take it on a really small Morphe brush, and I dab it on the product itself, and then I just go and I put it on the really high points of my cheeks. Like whenever I put blush too low, it just drags down my face. So I tend to put all my products a lot higher than a lot of people do. I think that really helps just lift my face. Next, I like to contour my nose, and I use the Patrick Ta nose contour brush. This is amazing. This angled shape makes it perfect. I just dip in the LYS bronzer again, and I go one little line here, one little line above. It's kind of like an equal sign, and then I'll draw lines down the bridge. The closer together you draw the lines, the more snatched your nose is gonna look. Kind of just do that, and I just will lightly blend it because we're gonna clean it up with concealer in a little bit, so if it looks crazy, don't mind that. I'm going to take that same Hourglass concealer in shade Sepia, and I put a dot under my eyes. I also draw a little line like this. This is really going to lift your face. Once again, taking my House Labs concealer brush, and I'm blending this part first, and I'm dragging it down the nose to clean up that nose contour. And then with this part, I'm just gonna focus it up. I'm not gonna bring it downwards at all. That is just giving an instant facelift. Obviously, make sure you blend everything. I kind of will do concealer under my bronzer as well because it tends to be pretty messy. Okay, and after that, I'm going to spray my face with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Pretty much done with cream products. We're gonna let that dry before we move on to powder. For powder, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder. I have the mini one, and I've already hit pan, which is sad because it's expensive. Take it on this powder puff. It's really dirty right now. I just tap some and I just press it under my eyes. Powder is actually amazing. It is really expensive, but honestly, it was worth every penny. Put it on my chin, my smile lines, just areas that I look a little bit too glowy. And then once I'm done with that, I go in with the Physicians Formula bronzer, and I just take some on my Patrick Ta bronzer brush. I just go over wherever I put the cream contour earlier. This stuff is pretty pigmented. Sometimes I probably go a little bit too heavy with it. And I take my Rhode blush again, and I just kind of go over where I put the cream blush. I really don't like using powder blush. I feel like it kind of mattifies the look. This is quite literally my favorite part. It's the Benefit Cookie Powder Highlighter. This is amazing. I just take some on this random small brush. I have no idea where this is from, and I put some on the very tip of my nose, like look at the glow already, and then down the bridge. Kind of tap some on the high points of my cheeks. I feel like powder highlighter on the cheeks can look a little bit not blended a lot of the time. I'll just take my finger and kind of blend in the nose and the cheek highlighter. Now I'm just taking the Makeup Forever lip liner in the shade Anywhere Caffeine. I'm just gonna do some fake freckles. These are gonna look really scary at first. I just kind of do little dots. See, it's looking very scary. And I just tap it in. I don't know what this does, but I always feel like it makes the look, I don't know. I'm just gonna overlay on top of my lip. These lip liners are so pigmented. You have to go really light-handed and then tap it in with your finger afterwards. Then I'm gonna spray my face with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray again. Lock everything in. I'm using the One Size waterproof setting spray. Stuff is literally like hairspray for your face. Finally, I'm just gonna finish it off with a little Summer Fridays birthday cake lip balm. Here is the final makeup look. I like to keep it super glowy without looking greasy. If you guys enjoyed, if you did, go like and subscribe. I'm gonna try to post some more long form content, so let me know what you guys wanna see. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.